John Venus, no longer vegan again. You know, out of all the vegans, ex-vegans, never really was or were vegans. Not to say that many of them have monetized their transition, hormonal and all. But out of all the ex-vegans, John has really found a way to monetize. Hashtag no longer vegan. I mean, he's been going no longer vegan for, what, a year and a half? 2 years? When people would ask me who the next big vegan influencer to expose the fact that they never really were vegan would be, I would say Venus. As long as, or as soon as he grows the balls to actually tell the truth. Is he? No. Of course he isn't. Anyway, I see he also made a video on his thoughts on Black Lives Matter. Do you guys want me to watch that and respond to it? Or is it just going to be very, very frustrating? I mean, just looking at the thumbnail real quick, I mean, he has some kind of a fake graphic of the Confederate flag burning, as if the Confederacy still existed and needed to be destroyed, right? No, these people are burning the American flag, turning it upside down. Johnny, wake up. What are you doing, dude? What world do you live in? Let's listen to a little bit of what he has to say, I guess. Sea Siren Janine said that he finally grew some balls. You kidding me, right?
To judge you for doing whatever you feel is right for you, your family, and your community. I'm not here to tell you what is objectively right or what is wrong, and I'm not here to listen.
You may no longer be vegan, but you're still a Marxist. I'm not pulling any punches anymore, man. Like, and to think that I was, right?
Listen to your, arguments and to your opinions. To tell you what is objectively right or what is wrong, and I'm not here to listen to your, arguments and to your opinions either. I am just here to tell you guys my experiences, my shift in perspective, my new life choice.
Wait. So there is no objective truth. This is what I'm getting from it, and maybe I'm interpreting a little bit too much. There is no objective truth, and we're not debating that, right? Grew a pair of balls, huh?
The best way to start this is talking about when this whole question mark started coming into my life. I think this is a good way to start. So 2 years ago, almost 2 years ago, I became a dad, a father. And I'm not going to speak for every parent out there, but for me especially, when I became a dad, and even before when we were pregnant, a lot of, responsibility came into my life. A lot of, difficult questions that I had to.
Yeah, I'm not interested in any of that. That's more flattering. Good for him, or maybe his kid more than anything. It seems like he finally had come to his senses and realized that he was experimenting on this child, right? And what gave him that right? What happened is he saw all these vegans around him deteriorating, the usual stuff, right? He saw his wife aging and deteriorating. He saw himself deteriorating. Their energy levels probably dropped, so on and so forth, right? Their health worsened. He had that injury he could never heal. And then, he quote-unquote experimented and healed his injury, even though he didn't connect those dots for us. We know what's up. We understand how this works because humans are not herbivores. This isn't rocket science. These people are just dishonest. They're not honest with themselves. And if they can't be honest with themselves, how likely are they to tell you the truth, right? Speaking of dishonesty, John was also happy to share his high vitamin A levels, for example, if that's even true. But according to Leo, his brother, he doesn't want to share his recent medical history, right? So this is what these vegans do: cherry pick or fake their blood tests, right? Of course. So John had some kind of physical ailment, back issues, started eating meat, eggs, seafood, got on that whey protein, you know, got better. And then he realized just what kind of fool he was to pretend that humans were herbivores, right? Rejected all the scientific knowledge we have, right? Just rejected while jibber jabbing, yapping about this quote unquote science. He completely and utterly rejected all scientific discovery, logic, reason, everything we know about the human being, our physiology, our history, our prehistory. And he decided to engage in this experiment, if only for the cameras. And, you know, the kid is sly, man. He's slick. Because unlike a lot of these other vegans who just couldn't do it anymore and just came out for better for worse, their channels took a hit, this and that, you know, he has kept this, he dragged out his no longer vegan video over the course of almost 2 years. Just about 2 years, right? Keeping you in that suspense, wondering, if only subconsciously, whether or not he's still vegan. You know, he he monetized hashtag no longer vegan. Okay, so whereas before he was a career vegan, for the last couple of years he has been a career no longer vegan, and he'll probably be a career, you know, mostly plant-based shill still. We shall see. But I find it interesting to always read, not always, sometimes read some of the comments. Um, oh man, you should go into politics. You talk a lot but say nothing. Yeah, that's true. But you know, that person would not have said that. That person, you know, just a few short months ago was probably saying, "Oh, you're so smart, you're so intelligent." Just like they go over to Leo's channel and that's what they say, right? Not because he says anything intelligent or smart, it's because he agrees. Like anyone who sits there and thinks that Leo Venus is anything but a jock with a degree can't be that bright themselves, right? John jumped on the bandwagon to directly profit from our movement and then turn his back when convenient for him. He was never right? Like, oh, epiphany, as if you didn't know that. But, you know, they weren't going to say that because it wasn't politically correct that, you know, yesterday or 2 days ago to say that. Well, I mean, haven't you been eating eggs for like the past year anyway? Right? Saying all the things that they weren't willing to say. Maybe some of these people were, I don't know. It was obvious to anybody who was honest with themselves. Could you imagine your friend telling you they don't want to be seen with you because you're vegan and then ditching veganism rather than the friends? What a cop out. To be honest, John, everybody knew this was coming. Right? People knew this was coming. That's why they kept watching. This is just whatever, man. Anyway, you know, it's sad to see grown men, you know, with children still not understanding even themselves, their physiology, right? Being so dumbed down and brainwashed that they think they're herbivores. And this man is already raising children. What kind of. Now, his kid isn't very cogent, I guess. Not yet. They're too young, but I guess that's better. But, you know, what other types of BS is John going to teach his kid, right? Like, what? That it's okay to, you know, if you want to be a boy, it's okay. If you want to be a girl tomorrow, that's okay too. Black Lives Matter. I don't know what he had to say about that. Maybe we will check it out, but, you know, is he going to brainwash his kids with Black Lives Matter? Or is he going to graduate or keep graduating and keep digging and keep learning, finding out just how much all of us, have been lied to, how much we have been brainwashed, how little we actually know about ourselves and what's going on in this world? Is he? Or are we going to have to wait till, I don't know, the economy crashes or some BLM supporter beats up on his wife or, something bad happens to him and his family by coming from one of these ideologies he still no doubt supports, right? Like, truth is subjective and we're not debating that. That sort of stuff, right? Your truth, my truth. This sort of nonsense. Is it going to take another injury to he and his family for him to wake up? I hope not, John. I hope as a grown man, and it's too bad you're so, well, retarded is the right term, that you know, you're just learning at the age of, I don't know, 30 or something, um, that human beings are not herbivores. Well, you should have been known that the day you were born, right? So it's sad, and it's a sad statement on our society as a whole, really, because we're all somewhat retarded. But, nothing but the best to John and his family, and hopefully his growth as a person, as he says in this video, something he wants to, continue become the best person he can be, or something along those lines, with everybody around him doing the same. I hope that doesn't stop at, what I ate today and my today's trip to the grocery store and all that other nonsense, right? But perhaps I'm just getting my hopes up. Because sadly, the Venus brothers are nothing but a bunch of dumb jocks. And that's just the truth. Thanks for watching.